All right. So we'll start right at the front of the mat. You can have the balls of the feet together and then just have the heels slightly apart so you get that nice opening in through the hips. And then you can roll the shoulder blades back. So you're opening right through the front of the shoulders and lift the eyes so you're gazing up and open through the throat till the tip of the tongue rests behind the top front teeth. The eyes lift up and you really breathe in, just like a sniff, pulling in strongly. And then you can let the shoulders come forward. And then you're going to tuck the chin as you round the shoulders forward, coming into your shoulder circles. Now really tuck the chin, so you're making like a double chin, getting a little bit more space in the back of the neck. And then we'll breathe in and up again. Now this time, take the hands behind and interlace through the fingers. Tip of the tongue still behind now, again, top front teeth. And a nice full breath as the shoulder blades slide down. And then exhale and tuck the chin again. Keep the hands moving down so you've got that nice opening through the fronts of the shoulders. And with the chin really tucked to get that length through the back of the neck. And then come on to neutral. Now we'll take the arms out and gaze up, not quite as high, just where the ceiling meets the wall. So you get that opening gently and send the elbows out as high as you can. And send the wrists down as you lift. Now we'll take the feet hip width apart and then bend the knees and breathe in, exhale, send the chin out. And then take the chin to the floor. Not to the floor, that'd be amazing. And keep the wrists reaching out and then let your head dangle. Take in a couple of deep breaths as you move the wrists over. The knees bend so you may even come in contact with the thighs, with the chest or the ribs. And one more breath. Now you can breathe in, lift, come all the way back up. And then just let the arms dangle. You can let the arms just turn and come right around. So you're opening through the chest, the shoulder. And then take this up a little more. So you're going to take the arms out, get that nice rotation. Taking the arm around. And then you can just come on right back to center. And now we will step right to the front of the mat and take the hands into prayer position. Press the thumbs right into the chest, the sternum. And let's take our first inhale and first salutation. Breathing in, gazing up. Exhale, fold forward, forward bend. Breathe in, come halfway up, just touch. Exhale, fold forward, planting the hands, step the legs back, rotate to the left, coming into side plank. Take that arm up, and then breathe in and extend the arm over, get a beautiful reach. And then windmill that arm around. Come on to the other side, extend the leg out again, really open through the chest. Breathing in again, take the arm over in line with your beautiful reach, and then extend that arm around. Come on into, onto the knees, and come on right into hip circles, coming around. You can let your hips really swish out, opening through the outside of the hips. And then come on in the other direction, coming way around, making a stir stick out of your bum. And then you can take the palms forward, child's pose, the bum back. Release the weight of the head to the floor. The palms reaching out, spread the fingers, let the head fall. And then on your next inhale, draw all the way back up. Take the hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes under. Take an inhale, lift the eyes, and then exhale and rise into downward dog. So emphasizing the forward fold in this first salutation so that you can get the low back opening. Now see if you can bend the knees and come up onto the balls of the feet. Tip the bum bones up higher. So you get a longer low back, and let your head just fall. The gaze is between the toes. And 2 more deep breaths. Now, on your next in-breath, straighten the legs. Gaze up, come up onto the tip-toes, bum bones rise, and then step the feet forward between the hands. Inhale, come halfway up, exhale, fold forward, bend. Breath in now, scoot the arms up, bring the palms together, and then exhale the arms to center. And then right into the first next full salutation, breathing in, gaze up. Exhale, fold forward, forward bend. Breathe in, come halfway up, just touch. Exhale, fold forward. Stepping the legs back, turning to the left side plank. You might bend the underside knee or keep the leg lengthened. And then breathing in again, extend that left arm over. Rotate to the other side. Breathing in, take that right arm up, opening through the chest. And then take the right arm in line with your big in-breath. Windmill that arm around. Come on back to your plank as you reach the heels out. Now stay in the plank. Do a little giggle. You pull the ribs in. Okay, good. And now take the heels to the outside. Charge the heels back so you feel the inner thighs move towards the ceiling. Let's create the heat. And now come on back to the center. And then wide again. Get the heels really reaching out, lengthen through the backs of the legs. Back to the center. And once more, coming wide. And then back to your center. Now bending the knees, keep the toes tucked. Breathe in and bend forward. Lower the pubic bone forward. Point the toes now, press the palms into the floor. And let the elbows come back as you're gazing up. And press the tops of the feet down. So the pubic bone is pressing down. The elbows are back. And then you can breathe in. Exhale, child's pose back for 3 breaths as you fully release. Let the weight of the head go. And if it feels good, do a little shift from side to side. Releasing the weight of the head completely. One more breath. And then next inhale, come on up to all fours position. Take the hands right under the shoulders, tabletop position. Tuck the toes under, inhale, lift the eyes, arc, exhale, and rise into your downward dog. Let the head fall. Move the inner thighs back. Let your heels drop. Keeping the pull of the bum bones back and high. The top of the head is reaching towards the floor. And one more breath. We do 5 breaths in downward dog. And now next inhale, gaze up. Come up onto the tiptoes. Step the feet forward to the hands. Come on, halfway up. And then exhale, fold forward, bend. Breath in, scoop the arms up, bring the palms together. And then exhale the arms to center. And then inhale, gazing up, open through the chest. Exhale, fold forward, forward bend. Breathe in, come halfway up, just touch. Exhale, fold forward. Planting the hands, step the legs back, coming into your side plank. Best version. Beautiful. And then another inhale, extend the arm over. Beautiful, reach right out from the side. And then breathe in. Rotate to the other side. Lift the underside waist. And then breathing in again to extend the arm over, lengthening, and then draw that arm out, draw back, coming into your plank again. Now feet just hip width apart. Keep the rib cage coming in, come back into your giggle. Keeping the heels reaching back as we've got the core engaged. Now just bend, dunk your right knee down and touch, and then straighten. And left knee and straighten. Keep going side to side. Touch and straighten. Again, keep the rib cage in. Shoulder blades are back as you get that strong reach. Breath. Good for 4. Breath. 3. Keep the breath constant. Keep the heels reaching out. Last one. Bend the knees. Scoop the tailbone forward. Lower down. Point the toes. Press into the palms. Sphinx the body forward and up. Lift the eyes. The elbows are pressing back. And it feels like you're pulling your palms back, but they stay put. And one more full breath, keeping the legs activated. And then you can exhale, single breath, child's pose back, release the weight of the head. And then come on all the way back up, taking the hands right under the shoulders, tuck the toes under, arc the back, lift the eyes, and then exhale and rise into downward dog. Get the room lift, the heels drop. Sending the inner thighs back. Good, one more breath, and then we're going to just change this a little. Now turn both heels over to the right, press them back. So you're going to pull your left buttock up a little higher, and then turn over to the left. Get the right hip back a little bit more, pressing the heels down, and then back to the center. Good, and now come on right up onto the toes. Gazing ahead, shift forward, take an inhale, step the feet in between the hands and come on halfway up. Nice reach out from the spine. Exhale, fold forward. Breathe in, scoop the arms up, pressing the palms together. And then you can exhale the hands to center. And again, inhale, gazing up, open. Exhale, fold forward, forward bend. Breathe in, come halfway up, chest touch. Exhale, fold forward, planting the hands, step the legs back, rotate to the left, coming into your side plank. Beautiful, breathe in, extend the arm over, and then you can windmill that arm around. Come on to the other side, opening the chest and the rib cage. And again, extend that arm over, reaching, and then windmill that arm around. Come on back into your plank. Now let's bend the knees. Take the knees to the outside edge of the mat, so changing the order here. Let's point the toes together. Take the palms forward to child's pose back, lengthening and reaching up through the palms. Now I have the eyes lifted, so the chin is on the floor or off the floor to get the stretch through the upper back. And as you palm the mat, you're really pulling the core back. You're stretching and lengthening through the backs of the arms. And then on your next in-breath, come on back up. And taking the hands right underneath, you're going to draw the knees back together. Now have the knees pressing together and drop your hips over to the right. So you're swinging, your left knee will lift a little bit off the floor. And you try to drop over to the right hip as much as you can to open up in through that right side. And then you breathe in, come on over. Drop to the left. Get that tip. That right knee will come off the floor a little. And then you can draw right back to the center. Okay, now tuck your toes under. Walk your hands forward a foot. And then lower, push the pubic bone forward down. Now keep the toes tucked under and press the elbows into the ribs and press into the hands to lift. Now the knees lift off the floor in this version of Sphinx, and you're pressing the palms into the floor. The legs active, knees will lift up off the floor as you press the heels back. And try to really get the toes tucked under actively to stretch the feet. You're gazing ahead. Now take the hands out and alongside the body, let your shoulders come forward like an armless hug. And then you move the hands back as you press in through the feet and send the heels out. And your breathing is steady. And you keep that rise. And then you gently release. Take the hands beside the chest, point the toes. Breathe in, child's pose back for a single breath. Release the head. And then come on all the way back up. Take the hands under the shoulders. Tuck the toes under. Take an inhale, lift the eyes. Exhale, rise. Lifting into your downward dog. You can allow the heels to drop as you send the inner thighs back. Now on the next inhale, take the left leg up, come up on the toes of the right foot, bend that left knee in and then circle the knee out. So you're up on the ball of that right foot. Really send the knee out, high, high. And then extend the leg straight out, reach out through the heel and then come down. Reaching up with the right leg up on the ball of the left foot, bend that right knee, heel in, send the knee high. Really open the quad. So Julian, try to get that knee really high so you get into that deep quad. Opening there. And then you can extend the leg up and come down. And stay in your downward dog to even out the hips and to pull back from the core. And then on your next inhale, gaze up and step the feet forward in between the hands. Come on, halfway up, beautiful reach. And then exhale, fold forward bend. Breathing in, draw the arms up, pressing the palms together. And then you can exhale the arms right back to center. Okay, right into the next one. Breathing in, gaze up. Exhale, fold forward, forward bend. Breathe in, come halfway up, just touch. Exhale, fold forward, plant the hands, jump or step the legs back, turn to your left. Coming into your side plank, lift the underside of the waist. Breathing in again, take the arm over in line with the ear. And then windmill that arm around. Rotate to the other side. In breath, underside waist, lifting open through the chest. Breathe in, extend that arm over, get a beautiful reach. And then windmill that arm around. Come on back into plank position. Now, if you can lower down to the elbows, and you can do it just from the strong position, or you can bend the knees to do it, please do that, unless it feels better to stay in the stay on the palms. This gets a deeper part of the core. You have to send the heels back more, and you need to pull up through the belly more. Now, take the feet together, and then roll to the outside edge of the right foot. Your feet are stacked here on the outside blade, and then come on over to the other side, rotate, steer the hips, keep the ribs in, rotate again to the right, and again, keeping the ribs in, and then over to the left, core pulled up and in, back to the right, mercy, good, two more, over to the left, over to the right, and we have to even it out, one more to the left, over to the left. Okay, bend the knees, push the pubic bone forward, tuck, tuck, tuck the tail. Now point the toes, breathe into Sphinx as you press that forearms down into the floor. Press the tops of the feet down as well as the eyes lift. Breathing fully. Then you can breathe in, exhale, take the hands right underneath the shoulders, downward dog, tuck the toes under, take an inhale, lift the eyes, exhale, rise into the downward dog. Take the left leg up in the air, bend the heel and see if you can remember the opposite direction. And circle the knee up, will probably feel weird. Pull the knee around, send the knee high, so we work another pathway. And then extend that leg straight out, reach, 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 and then come down. Take the right leg up, bend the knee in, circle the other direction. Coming around. Keep the heel tucked to get the knee high. Then extend that leg up, reach, 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 straight, pressing break with the heel. And then come down. Center into your downward dog for 2 breaths. Letting the head dangle. Good. Now on your next in-breath, gazing up, tiptoes. Step the feet forward to the hands, come on halfway up, get a reach. And then you can exhale, fold forward bend. Breathe in, scoop the arms up overhead. And then exhale the arms to center. Great, now we'll take the feet just hip width apart. And take an in-breath and lift through the eyes. We'll come into forward bend. Exhale, fold forward. Grab onto the toes, first 2 fingers. The thumbs are on the outside. You take an in-breath, gaze up. And then exhale and fold forward. If the elbows are bent, they're bending to the outside. You're pulling up from the core. Keeping the inner thighs active and moving back. Keep on staying with an in and out breath. On your exhale, you can really pull the core in. Getting that tip up of the bum bones. Good. Now on the next one, We're going to inhale, lift the chest, lift the head, look up, and then take one hand under and then the other hand under and press the feet right into the hands. The toes press to the wrist base. Of course, you can bend the knees a lot. Breathing in to gaze up and then exhale and fold. So super counter stretch from the hands after all the downward dogs. And see if you can, again, tip bravely towards the fronts of your feet. So you're pressing the base of the toes down as you let your head fall. And you're drawing up from the core. And breathing is steady. And one more breath. Good. Now one hand at a time, take them out from under the feet, take them to the waist. Take an inhale, lift the eyes, lift the chest, coming all the way back up. Boy, that's a biggie. Okay, now let's be right at the front of the mat as you were, and let's take the hands behind. Lift through the chest, send the wrists back and high. Now just gazing ahead for balance, take the left leg back and take your right foot over to the right so your belly button squares to the front. Take a lift of the rib cage, you're up on the back foot. Exhale and fold over that right leg. Send the wrists up as you extend out. You're looking down towards the big toe. The back leg is strong. You're up on the ball of that foot, tops of the toes almost. And then you breathe in, lift slowly, slowly. Lift, open the chest really slow. Lift, we're going to do that one more time. Open through the chest, breathing in. Exhale. And bringing the body in contact with the thigh. See if the wrist could reach out more. Back leg strong. Keep pulling in through the inner thigh on that right front leg. And then on the next in-breath, here we come up again. Lift the chest, open the rib cage, coming all the way up. And now we're going to bend down onto that knee. Feel free to use the hand. Lowering down. Keep the toes tucked under. Lift and tuck the tailbone under. Now take the arms to the outside, lift the rib cage, opening, and then on your next inhale, extend up, pressing the palms together as the tailbone tucks under. Keep that lift of the rib cage, pulling up from the core, perhaps a small arc in the back as you lift, gazing up at the hands. And then you can exhale down. Take both hands down, one on either side. Lift up into a forward fold over that right foot. You're coming over the inside of the right leg, up on the back toes, and you reach and extend the chest out over the right leg. Keep on pulling up through the right thigh as you extend forward, as you keep the core strong. Now breathing in, gaze up. Now we're going to change legs. So in a downward dog kind of way, take that front leg back leg forward. Now take both hands to the front left knee, bend it. Lift, open through the chest. Coming to a right angle on that side, make sure the hips are square. Breathing in, open through the chest, lift the eyes, send the wrists out, and then exhale and fold forward. Send the wrists high as you gaze down towards that big toe. And then sending the wrists over as well, getting a wonderful reach. Back leg straight and strong, reach the heel back. Breath. Next inhale, coming up, lift the eyes. Send the wrists out and back, lifting from the rib cage. Back leg strong, shoulders back. Once again, take an inhale. And then exhale. See if you can extend the wrists out and elbows back further as you send the wrists over. The back leg is strong. Breath. Good. One more breath. Keeping the wrists reaching over. Now in your next in-breath, lift the eyes. Come on all the way back up. Lift. Now we're going to come down to the floor. Again, feel free to use the leg. Lowering down, the toes tuck under, Open through the chest. Keep the pubic bone forward as much as you can. Breathing in. Keep the shoulders dropped as you lift, as you open through the chest. Gazing up at the thumbs, a potential arc here. See if you can lift and send the pubic bone forward. Pressing the palms up as the shoulders slide down. Breath, breath. And then you can take both hands down. Lift up, straighten that front left leg. Come on, right out over the left leg. The toes are pointed. Pull up through the left thigh. Get the chest reaching out over the inside of that left leg. Stay with a constant breath. Good, one more breath, reaching out. Again, keep pulling up from the left thigh. And then breathe in, gaze up, lift. Now take that front left leg back. Come into your downward dog. Thumb bones are lifting. Lengthen from the spine. Excellent. And now you can gaze up and jump or step the feet to the hands. Come on, halfway up. I never jump, but if you ever feel the desire. And then exhale, fold forward, bend. Breath in, scoop the arms up and the palms together. And exhale, the hands come right back to your center. Now we'll take your left leg up. You can grab onto the ball, the top of the foot just in front of the ball of the foot, and then rise from the rib cage. Now see if you can send that knee down and back so you get a really good opening through the quad. Take the other arm around, and of course feel free to hold on for balance. Press into the standing leg and keep that left hip pressing forward. Now we take the hand on the inside, so it's like a hitch hike. The thumb is up, the palm is on the facing out, so you're always like this, please not like this. And that opens it through the shoulder. And then you extend that arm forward. The standing leg is slightly bent as you take that left leg out. And you feel for your balance, and if it's not a balance day, I always like to just take the hand, not quite hold on, but just have the wall there if you need it. And let your heel come out. Lift from the rib cage. Draw the foot back high as you get your rise and drop into the standing leg. Couple of breaths. Keep that foot reaching out and breath. And then bringing the leg down as you're ready. We'll come to the right leg, taking the top of that right foot. Rise from the rib cage. Press the elbow back. Press the knee down and back. Pubic bone tucks under slightly as the elbow comes back. Rise from the rib cage. Now we take the thumb up, the palm on the arch side of your foot. Feel your kick out right through the leg. Press into the standing leg. Kick that foot out as you stay with your breathing. Keep on opening the chest and the rib cage. And again, let that elbow straighten out by the pull of the foot. So you've got a bow and arrow action. A gentle yoga way. Lifting that foot out. And a couple more breaths. Keep that reach. Keep pressing into the floor to open. And then you can gently release that leg coming down. Now we'll have both knees pressing together. And you can come into a good bend. So this is the Utkatasana bend. And it's like a high squat, knees kissing, balls of the feet apart. Now we'll take the right elbow, take it across onto the outside of the left knee. Take the hands together and then gaze to your left. Let your hips sit back and keeping the core strong. Keep the knees pressing back as you breathe steadily. Keep the hips pressing back, rather the knees pressed together. And see if you can feel the weight evenly through the fronts and backs of the feet. Core strong. And then here we go, we're gonna breathe in, lift. Lift the eyes, lift the body, press the palms up, lengthen, and then exhale. Take that left elbow well across, hand to hand, letting your hips sit back, chin is in slightly so the back of the neck is long. Pressing the hips back, breath, pressing that elbow into the knee to get the rotation. One more breath. Good. Breathe in, rise, lift the eyes, lift the chest. Now take the arms out. Now we're going to come right to the front of the mat, and then you can step your left foot back, and you have your feet come hip width apart. Take the hands to the outsides of the elbows, and if that's a piece of cake, just take the hands right into prayer position. Take a left gaze up. Now we're going to stay here. Press the heel back, heel down. Lift from the chest and the rib cage. Keep your palms pressing together if you're praying. Keep the elbows pressing back in both hand positions. And then you exhale. Exhale. Fold over the inside of that right foot. Reach and extend out over the right leg. Pull up from the right foot. The foot anchors and you're pulling up into that right thigh. The chin drops. Keep on pulling up from your thigh. One more breath. Next inhale, come all the way back up. Lift. And now we'll turn this exactly to face the back. Square the hips. Turning that left foot forward, back, right heel out. Lift from your rib cage. Gazing up, we stay here with that lift of the chin. Opening of the chest. Pressing into the back heel and foot. Pull up from the core, just as we were doing our quad stretch. You're going to really pull up by tucking the pubic bone under. Lifting from the rib cage. And breath. And one more breath. Getting that left. And then inhale and exhale. And extend out over the inside of that left leg. Lots of pulling in from the core to help the balance. This is a biggie. Keep the palms pressing into the back as you extend out over that left leg. And breathing. Get the elbows pressing back. Good. On your next in-breath, lift. Come all the way back up. Now we'll turn to the center and then turn back to the front and bring the feet together. Keep the elbows pressing back exaggeratedly in either hand position. And take a gaze up and lift the chin. Now take the arms freely up. Extend, press the palms together. And then bend over to your left side. So breathing in and open right through that side of the body. Keep the ribs pressed in. Beautiful, beautiful. And then breathing in, extend, exhale, come out. Feel the elbows press back. So we're trying not to drop, but see if you can lift from the rib cage. And then we're going to take the right arm out. Left heel steps back. Turn the right toes to the front. And then just open right through the body. A little bit of a wider triangle today. It's about 4 inches wider. Normally we'd be about here. Just a little wider right in there. And then we're going to open right through the side body. So just orient that position. Feel the crown of the head rise. Feel your shoulders down and your wrists reach out. So you're spreading the arms. Take an inhale. And then exhale over to the right in your triangle. Coming down or staying on the leg. You might even reach the foot. Keep your chin tucked in. And remembering it's more about the breathing than the distance. Keep that top shoulder back. The chin is in. As you gaze up, one more breath. Now, looking down for balance. Breathe in, lift. Come all the way back up. Let's rotate to the left. Draw that right shoulder back. Rise from the crown. Breathing in. Exhale over to the left. Keep that right shoulder back. And of course, if you notice a big difference on either side, you're just finding where the body is congested. And see if you can breathe a little fuller if you find a tight spot. Keep that opening right through the side waist. Again, that top shoulder is back. Chin is in as you reach up through the top of the head. And then here we go, breathing, come on up, lift. Now we'll turn back to the front. Take the feet together. Take the hands right onto the back and let the elbows press back. Lifting from the rib cage. Now in this position, we're just really using our hands like a shoehorn to pull up and to send the ribs forward. And at the same time, we keep the ribs lifting. So you've got maximum full back length. And then take a couple of breaths in, the eyes are lifting. So we're practicing opening the chest and the lungs. Keeping the elbows pressing back and the shoulder blades slightly squeezed. More of the length though of the ribs. And then here we go, we're gonna come to normal, neutral, and then we'll come into breath of joy. And we'll do breath of joy with the arms overhead. Now instead of 27 pumps, we'll go for 20 pumps. Okay, so we'll take an inhale, come up, exhale. Breathe in, lift, exhale. Breathe in, lift the eyes, exhale. On the exhale, really pump the belly back, pull the, like a Pillsbury dough, pull the belly button back and in. Exhale. Breathe in, exhale. Breathe in, lift the eyes, exhale. Breathe in, exhale. Feel happy? Breathe in, exhale. That's an order. Breathe in, exhale. Lift the eyes, exhale. Here's 12. Exhale. Breathe in, lots of energy. Exhale. Breathe in, tiny bit quicker. Exhale. Here we go. Breathe in, exhale. Breathe in, exhale. 5 more. Breathe in, exhale. Breathe in, exhale. Breathe in, exhale. Breathe in, exhale. 2 more or 1 more. I lost it. Exhale. Last one. Breathe in, exhale. Take the arms up. Lift. Extend the arms. And then just exhale the arms down to the side. Beautiful. Now we're going to come down either to kneeling position, or you can have the legs straight in front, whichever one is best. I have you practice the kneeling position because it's so good for the feet. So when that's possible, it's a good pose to do. Now we'll take the left arm up and take the right arm under, coming into eagle stretch. Take an inhale, lift the elbows. Now exhale, round into cat round. Your chin is tucked and the elbows come forward, away from you as much as you can to round your back. You take a couple more breaths. Good, 2 more breaths. Good. Now inhale, lift. Exhale, lower and release the elbows. And now taking the right arm on top. Lifting. Breathe in, lift. Exhale, round, tuck the chin. Breathing in and out through the nose. Breath. Beautiful. And then you can breathe in. Here we go, lift. And then releasing the hands. Now we'll take the hands behind. And we'll take the legs, if you're not straight in front, but the legs coming straight in front. Now from here, let's take the right leg up. And you can pull the leg over for your spinal twist. Pull the heel high. Take the left arm low onto the shin. Breathe in, turn. Now you look up. Not way up, but just with the eyes. Chin is neutral. And you open, 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 open. Turn, turn, turn. Use the press of the arm into the leg to get more of a rotation. And then take that arm around. Press the shoulder blade back and stay with your breathing. And then press the fingers down. Prop up so you can get a taller lift. And you're gazing straight back and stay with your breathing. And then you can come back to the front. Now you're on the outside edge of that right foot. Take an inhale, lift the chin, chest forward, and extend out over the leg. Be gentle. If it's a little bit too much on this knee, feel free to take this foot out. You can even take the foot onto the other side to see if that helps you to get out. The main thing is we're getting that opening through the right hip. And get that leverage of that right hip pressing down and around. And you keep on reaching out, opening through the fold of the low back. And then you can lift and come back up. You're going to take that right foot, bend the knee, and pull your chest forward to the thigh as tight as you can. And then extend through that leg. And you can pull your shoulders back. Let your gaze go just beyond the big toe. Now take your left hand, take the thumb down. Come on the outside of that foot. Windmill back again, prop up and turn and push up. So you really get the back nice and tall as you rotate. And then you can come back to your center. Now let that right leg come down. Let's take that left leg up. Take that foot up high. Come to the front of the bum bones. Get the right arm down low on the shin. Lift the left arm up. Gazing back. Stay to the front of the bum so you really pull your arm to pull your body up. Take that arm behind. Prop up on the fingers as you turn and gaze back and keep the toes reaching out. Reaching back rather, and the heel reaching out. Just do that wonderful lift. Opening. Take your breath. Breath. 2 more breaths. One more breath. Keep that rise and that push in the hand. And then you can gently breathe in to rotate back to center. Keep these toes pulling back. Come on the outside edge of this left foot. So just to show you from the side, so we've got the foot on the outside. And then you're extending out over the leg. Get a wonderful reach forward with the chest. So attempting not to get down but out. So you can get the leverage right from the right side of your low back there. Get the reach, get the toes pulling back as you extend. Coming forward. Reaching and reaching. And then you can gently lift. Keep pressing down into this right foot on the floor. Grabbing on, lift, bend the knee. Pull the knee and thigh in contact with the body. Lift, extend the leg up. If the knee's bent, that's great. Use the leverage of your shoulders pulling back to drawbridge up your body. So you're not sitting back, you're seeing, can I get to the front of the bum bones? If you can, looks like it's great to have active. Gaze just beyond the big toe, lift from the rib cage. Take this thumb down, thumbs down. Take the hand on the outside, turn to the left. Rise from the rib cage, opening the chest. Front of the bum bones if you can, stay really active there. Lifting, lifting, lifting. Excellent. And then you can take that leg down. Now let's lower right down to the floor. Come on all the way down and then just take a minute to be there and feel the back of the body on the mat. Let your whole body sink for a moment and feel any stimulation that you feel in different areas of the spine. Remembering we're opening up and through nerves right into the spinal column, and this goes up into the top of the spinal column, into the brain, and helps with a lot of shifting in hormones that can happen in the hypothalamus and in through the pineal gland. So what I'm saying is we're not just stretching, we're actually stimulating the nervous system and the hormonal regulation. We're giving our body positive stress, and that alerts it for the rest of the day to develop a awakening and through the nervous system that can meet the day with more awareness. Now let's take a deep breath in, and you can just pull the knees right into the chest, pulling really wide. Make circles with the knees. Bending the elbows, and then come on in the other direction. And then you can let the heels drop. Take the hands to the heels or as close as you can to prepare for bridge. The feet are hip width apart. You're pressing down on the feet. And now send the tailbone out, press the backs of the arms into the floor. Keep your breathing constant as you keep the tailbone tucking. Really send the tailbone out. We're going to do a double bridge today. Normally we stay up for 4 breaths. And this time we're going to stay up for 8 breaths while you keep on pressing down through the insides of your feet. Tailbone reaches out. Press the backs of the arms into the floor. The gaze is to the ceiling, so the chin is not tucked. And you have a natural arc right underneath your neck. Shoulder blades press back. And breathing steadily in and out through the nose. Again, the backs of the arms are pressing. And we have 2 more breaths. Again, keep on pressing on the insides of the feet as you peel the tailbone forward, forward, forward. And 1 more breath. And slowly lower. Here we come back into the knees, into the chest, and making circles with your knees. Come in the other direction, or if you did both directions, go in both directions, just like last time. Using the bend of the elbows to pull the legs in. Now we'll take the heels straight up in the air, reach through the heels. Now grab on behind the calves. And if you can reach to the feet, grab the feet or the ankles, whatever you can get. And then pull the feet over towards the head side as you pull the toes back. Get the heels reaching out. And your tailbone will come off the floor. Press the head back slightly so the throat is open. And keep the heels reaching out as you pull the feet over towards the head side of the body. Keep the breathing steady, keeping the elbows bending to pull the legs over towards you. Good. And this is like an upside down supine forward bend. And you keep the heels reaching out so you have that wonderful extension of the legs. Take in 2 more breaths. Wonderful counter stretch for the bridge. Breathing. And then you can bend your knees. Let the heels come down. And just let your feet go. Now you can extend the legs out. And then come right into your fish pose. So remembering the thumbs are overlapped underneath the bum. You bend then one knee to get the elbow under and then go right into pressing the backs of the arms into the floor. Toes point, opening through your chest. Come onto the top of the head. The gaze will be straight back as you point the toes and as you press into the backs of the arms. Beautiful. Keep the breath full. Toes pointing to activate the legs. Breath. Breath. 2 more breaths. One more breath. And as you exhale, press the weight into the elbows to slowly lower the head down. Release the hands from under you. Now just collapse there for a moment. Just turn into a little puddle. Let yourself go and feel perhaps a deep stimulation in through the chest, shoulders, spine. And then I invite you to do either come into Shavasana or come into a counter neck stretch if you want to give some more attention to the neck. Let's take the hands behind the head for the neck stretch or you're in your Shavasana. Take an inhale and interlace fingers. Exhale, tuck the chin. The feet are just relaxed, lower body's letting go. And you keep the chin really tucked. Good, looking down. Pull up as much as you can. A little bit of core, but it's really more the chin is tucking. So if I speak now, you can feel you can hear really crushing in through the front throat to open the back. And then slowly lower. Now keep the chin tucked as you lower. Really let the upper back come down first, and then slowly lower. And then you can let your arms just come onto the outside. And we'll come into Shavasana. Let your whole body release into the floor. And let your body go. The palms are rolled up to the ceiling. Fingers are naturally curling. Make sure everything is settled. Do any little wiggling you need to do to let more of the body be in contact with the floor. And then just feel really good after all of the breathing, the opening and the joints, the stimulation of the nerves and the spine, and the expanding of all the fascia and the soft tissue, tendons, ligaments, muscles. Your body is so much water. There's so much water. And when you do this kind of movement, it's like you swish the water around and you push it into little crevices that haven't been opened all night as you do your morning practice. And this is the best way to stimulate the body into the day. And as I leave you in silence, just come right into your breathing. Continuing to rest back. And next, with awareness on your breathing, take in a nice deep breath. Completely exhale. And then just wiggle your fingers. And then take the hands in the air and the elbows are soft. You're going to bend the left hand down, pull the hand down, and top of the wrist reaches to the ceiling. This is a stretch that I've taken to doing a lot lately, and I find I get numb hands when I'm sleeping I do a lot of Thai massage and downward dogs, and I find I get numb in my from so much pressure in the hand. So this is a really good counter stretch. The top of the wrist is very, very thin muscles, really more like tendons. So this is a good counter stretch, especially when you do a lot of computer work. And then take the other hand and just pull down. Really pulled. Good, and then come back to the first hand and pull the fingers down. Get that wrist right up to the ceiling. Pull, 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 pull. And then switch. And pulling. Again, the wrist coming right up to the ceiling. Breathing. And then come on into wrist circles. And other direction. Great, shake out the hands now. Super floppy. And then release the hands. Totally let go again. And then you can bend your knees. Draw the knees in, this time together. Come on into the low back a bit more. Pull the knees in really snug. And then gently rolling side to side. Getting nice pressure on each side of the tailbone. Elbows bending if you can. And then you can gently roll over to your right side. We'll draw up to seated position for a moment. So take a minute to feel your body in an upright position. You can get into any comfortable position that will be here for half a minute just to let your body settle and feel all the effects of the poses you've done. And then in this place, we'll set our intention for the day. So feel into the intention that you would like to set for today. How you would like to experience this day. And give that intention a feeling tone. Does it feel like a lightness, like helium? Because it's a feeling of peace and balance. Pull in the feeling of that intention into your body. And then imagine yourself in the day and take a little slice of your day, a moment you'll be in that you know, and imagine feeling that way in that moment of that day, of this day. Good. Okay, so that's done. And now we'll bring our awareness right back to this room. And we'll bring our hands together and bow in Namaste. Namaste. Have a great day, you guys. And I'll see you in the morning. And I'm here if you have any questions.